So I'm looking at my little sound effects thing. You remember? You remember. Yes. Here. Excuse me. Let's see, where's another one? Where's another one? What's this? I missed it. Not on cue. Let's try it again. Anyway, I got this little guy I didn't get him, no, but I saw him at Walmart, but I got it as a white elephant. And it came, what else did it come with? Can't remember what else it came with because it was too good. Oh, I know what it is. It was that cup that you plug into your car and it's supposed to keep your drink either cold, your drive wherever it's going, so it's supposed to keep it cold or it's supposed to keep it hot. I have yet to try it, which is funny because I thought I would be all about it because I saw it and I was like, I have to get that. I have to get that. I want to see if it works. I want to see what it's about. And I got it for a white elephant gift and haven't even used it. I don't even know where it's at. I don't know. But then I kicked myself in the butt because there was another gift that I wanted to steal. And I was like, no, I'll go with that one because that's what I wanted. I'm going to get it. And what happened? Don't even use it. Don't even use it. I use this guy more than I've even used that cup. I know. But this is pretty cool. And here, I need to take this to work. I hope you guys can hear this. What is this? Yeah. I like it. What? That's dumb. Here's a smiley face. Maybe it's a laughing face. Whistles? Oh yeah, when I feel good. Okay. Oh. What is that? It makes me think of a cartoon, like when you're slipping on a banana peel. Yes? No? I don't know. Ha ha ha. Anyway, okay. Enough of that. Today is January 17th. All day I was lost because yesterday we had it off due to the winter storm and it just threw my week off. I thought it was Monday and then I thought it was a Friday. I was like, what is wrong with me? And if I wasn't the only one, it threw everybody off. And it just, my whole week's now screwed. But the good thing is now I'm like, oh, tomorrow's Thursday. What a short week. So now I think we just need to have Tuesday off all through the week to throw us off and to not make the week feel so long. I would say Wednesday, but that kind of breaks it off too. But then again, it's weird if you're off for the weekend. So you go to work Monday, off, then work, off, work, off, work, off. Oh, yeah. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? So it's weird. So maybe a Wednesday would be good because it'll be work, off, work, off, work, off, work, off. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? You see? Anyway, what happened today? What happened today? Oh, you know what? This is what I wanted to talk about. And it's probably going to make for a long video. But I wanted to just say this because it's just a memory, and I want to, one day when I'm senile, I want to be able to look back and remember this. But it's going to be a year since I've owned my home. Never, ever thought I would own a home. Never. Me owning a home is like, it is a dream come true. I thank my lucky stars. I thank the Lord. I'm like, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm very, very grateful. Just, I mean, if I thought I was going to own a home, it probably would be when I was like, or going to be in my 50s. I don't know why. Like, I figured it hadn't happened this whole time, so why am I going to own it now? I'm probably going to be a renter for life, you know? So to know that I have my hands on a house. This is mine. This is something that my mom always wanted for me, you know, and granted my life wasn't perfect like at the beginning, you know. You get married, you buy a house, you have kids, da da da. I don't know whose life falls like that anymore. I really don't. It's like you try to do that. Life happens. Things don't always go the way it's supposed to. But it happened for me, and I got married, kids, divorced, moved, and I moved back to Texas. Like, I was living in California, I moved back to Texas, trying to rebuild my life, living in an apartment for, you know, that whole time. So since I've been here in Texas probably now maybe 13, 14 years. I can't remember. But let me get back to the point of how it came about me buying a home. And so it started off with, how did it start off? Well, first of all, my lease was up. That's what happened. My lease was up in the apartment. It was up at the end of February, I believe, or mid-February. So I was like, well, December, I better start looking for an apartment. So I started looking around for another apartment because I was going to downgrade and eventually save up, then I could buy a home. It was a thought, you know, in the very far future, but it was a thought. So then somebody was like, well, instead of looking for apartments, why don't you look to rent a home? And renting a home always frightened me because I was afraid that the owner of the home one day is going to be like, you know what, I'm going to sell the home. So if you can't buy the home, you got to get out. And that was a fear. I had 2 boys, single mother. I can't live like that. It's like unexpectedly. No, that can't happen. So I always went away from the renting a home, renting a house. So but I don't know, something told me, fine, let's just go look. Then somebody's like, well, why don't you buy? I can't. I told you I'm not ready to buy a home. I'm just gonna rent a house. So I went out, I called a realtor. A realtor was showing me houses for rent. We looked at the first one and she was like, hey, have you ever thought about buying a home? I said, yeah, but I don't know if I could afford it, and if I have the credit for it, or if I have the down payment. I don't know if I have any of that. And she was like, I think that's all you had to say. You just had to put it in her head. And she's like, oh, no, girl. If you can afford rent in this place, it's probably higher than it'd be for you owning a home. I was like, really? I was like, yeah, but I probably won't get qualified. No. Let me give you my guy's number. He can work with you. He's got programs for you. You're going to be a first-time home buyer. They've got lots of programs out there for you. You just have to give it a shot. I was like, okay. So I was like, whatever. And she's like, I'm going to have him call you. She was ready. Like, she is on it. Like, commission, ding, ding, ding. I'm sure that's what she thought. And I'm like, I'll just talk to this guy. I don't know what I need, but maybe just talking to him will help me see what I need in the future. So I swear to you, I left that place and I'm driving back home and I get a phone call. He's already calling me. So I pick up the phone. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, hey, just so-and-so just gave me your number. He said you might be interested in buying a home. Let me run your information. I'm gonna email you a bunch of paperwork. You just fill it out, submit it back to me, and we'll get going. I said, all right, fine. So I did. Gave him all my information. And mind you, I'm in a time crunch. I'm like, okay, well, I need to know what's going on. If this is really going to happen, if I'm qualified, if I'm not qualified, how much for, how much money do I need down, etc., etc. And I needed to know because I needed to be out in a couple of months at my apartment. So, tell you, cats are distracting. So, I finally get all that going, still looking around. Then I get, I think I think a call or an email from, no, I never hear back. That's what it is. I never hear back from either of them. I'm like, okay, I gave you my stuff a week ago. Where are you with my information? Am I not approved? Am I approved? Tell me what's going on. So I call and she's like, oh yeah, so-and-so didn't get a hold of you? I said, no. I said, what's going on? And at this point, I didn't care either way. I just needed to know so I can continue looking. You know, I was honestly like, I don't got it, whatever. So she was like, well, let me call him and I'll call you back. So she didn't even call. She texted and she said, yes, you're pre-approved or you're approved or whatever for this amount. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? It was like, granted, it's myself, income isn't that bad or much or whatever. And I was approved for $250,000. I was like, what the, no way. Like, are you kidding me? I said, that is awesome. I'm approved for that. I never even thought I would get that far. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's start looking for houses. I got addresses down. I started looking on Zillow. I started looking on Realtor.com. I'm looking everywhere trying to find a home. I call her up and I'm anxious because I need to hurry up and get out. And I'm excited because I need to, you know, I'm looking at homes now. And I knew I wasn't going to get, like, I work for a home builder. There's no way in hell I can afford our homes. No way in hell. So I just start looking for pre-owned homes. Is that what they call it? Anyway, so am I thinking pre-owned vehicle? I don't know. Maybe that's right. Anyway, so I go looking. I'm like, look, it's Saturday. I'm going to be on the lookout. These are the homes I want to check out. This was Friday night. I sent her. I said, Saturday's coming. Tomorrow's Saturday. I want to look at all these homes. Didn't hear anything from this lady. I was like, well, all right. So I was like, well, can I just go? And I looked. There was a couple open houses. I said, I'm sure I can just walk into those. I don't need anybody. So the others, obviously, I'm going to need a realtor so they can let me in. I text her, nothing. Then I said, here's another address I'm interested in, nothing. And I was like, well, it's late, 1. 2, she's probably got to look these things up. So I'll let it go. I haven't heard anything back. Next morning, I'm ready to go. Haven't heard anything. It's like 11:30, nothing. Like, not even, okay, let me look this up, or I can't meet with you today, maybe tomorrow, some sort of communication. There was nothing going on her end. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm in a bad relationship right now, and it just started. Seriously, this can't happen. So I ended up like, screw it, here's an open house, I'm gonna go check it out. So I always hate walking in places and somebody's already there, and I feel like I'm being pressured, you know. It's like a realtor was already there because that was his home he was trying to sell, and he was taking in people and he was showing them around. And I was just like, oh, he's gonna talk to me. I don't care. I just want to look at the house. I'm in, look, don't like it, out. You know, like I'm fast like that, which is stupid. I mean, if it's your home, you probably want to do more than just like, not what I want, bye. You know, you gotta put more thought into it, but whatever. This is my first time ever doing this. No one to guide me with it. My family doesn't live here, so whatever. Well, I walked in. He's like, hey, you have a realtor. You look at, I said, I'm working with somebody, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but I know I'm approved for something, this amount. And he's like, okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about this house. I'm like, oh, here we go. Okay, tell me about this house, you know. And we're looking around, and automatically from the get-go, I'm like, 1's too small. 2, nah, is this what all pre-owned homes are gonna look like? Because this is pretty bad. It's like, it looked, and he was telling me, yes, it was a family of 5. It was a 3-bedroom house, and they converted the garage into a bedroom. But it wasn't like your constructed perfectly, my hair's falling out, constructed perfectly kind of garage. It's like they just threw shit up, tried to sheetrock, and laid a mattress on the floor and said that's the 4th bedroom. I'm like, what? That didn't even look good. I was just like, what is going on? They're like, yeah. And what I was nervous about for me renting a home is what happened to them. They can't afford the home, so the owner's selling it. So they all had to leave. And I was like, damn, a family of 4, really? And so anyway, or not family of 4, but a single mother had 4 kids. And she had, anyway. So I was like, well, I don't really care for this house or whatever. But we started talking, and I said, well, in my mind, I'm thinking he's nice. So let's go. Like, do I want to go with him? I haven't heard from this girl. I can't even remember her name. And he's like, well, tell me your story. Tell me what's going on. Could I help you? And I said, well, I had somebody I was working with. I haven't heard from them. And of course, he's like, yeah, sometimes realtors are like that. They go on their time, not yours. And I'm like, you probably just saying that because you want my business, right? Okay, whatever. But I was like, well, are there places you can show me then? Mr. Big Mouth, come on, step up to the plate. If this guy can't do it, you can, right? Let's do it. I said, there's a couple of houses I want to look at. I have a list, and can you take me? He's like, well, I get off at 1:30. How about I give you my card? Well, he didn't say that. He said, here is my card. And how about we meet at the Starbucks down the street at 2 o'clock? I'm like, all right, let's do it. So sat down, we got to introduce ourselves more. He bought me coffee. Yeah. And, so we started our relationship right there, but ran through all these houses I went. He's like, okay, we can look at that. We can look at that. We can look at that. But then I have to end because I do have another appointment over here, but we can start up again tomorrow. I'm like, sounds good. So that began our relationship. And let me tell you, it was a relationship in heaven. He was a godsend because he was there for me. I was in a crunch. He knew I was in a crunch. He felt the anxiety that I was having, and he was there. He's like, questions, let me know. Tell me when you want to go looking for a house. I'm here. And he was on it, and I was just like, wow. And I was like, look, this is what I want too. I know I'm qualified for this amount, but I don't want any money down. I don't have money to put down. So whatever program you can get me in that I have 0 money down, I will take it. Or do what you can. Work your magic. And he's like, I just started working with the lender recently, and we've got a great relationship, and I really enjoy her, and I think she's got lots of programs for you. I'm like, okay, here we go again, another one. Finally, let me, this might be a very, very long video. I might have to continue because the process of this, if anyone's ever owned a home, you understand what I'm talking about. Because the process of buying a home, and the people say, oh, it's so fun. You look at all these homes. There was not any fun for me. It was pressure. And not only that, I swear, it's like, okay, I saw this one house. I'm like, ooh, I can afford it. This is my price range. This is perfect. I love it. And we put a bid on. Boom, outbid. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I really wanted this house. Okay, all right, whatever. Next. So we go to the next one. Look around. I'm like, ooh, I like this one too. Put a bid on it. Outbid. It's like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? So it was like that all the time. Every house I wanted to see, I got outbid. And what sucked is during the week, I would look for these homes. And I would say, this is my offer. Send it to the seller. They would wait for the weekend to come. And that's when I always got outbid. Every time that weekend hit, that's what happened. So if you're looking for a home, my suggestion is do it on the weekdays, and you put an offer in and you tell the seller, this is my offer and I want you to accept it now before the weekend hits. Like, if you have to put the foot down and do that, do it. If something happens, one, he can't do it, and I don't want to do it, I want to wait for the weekend. Just be ready. I don't want to say be ready to be let down, but it is going to be a lot more difficult. And that's what I had to finally do with my home here. We looked at it on a Tuesday, and I said, you tell him, accept the damn offer. If not, I'm walking. and he liked the offer. I don't believe we asked more. If we did ask more than what the selling price was, it wasn't by much. It was maybe another couple of thousand. And he didn't have to do something, I don't know. So I think pay for my inspection. I don't remember, but there's a little boost. So he was like, okay. And I said, I need to know before Thursday if it's a go or not. If it's not, I'm out. And I also gave him that offer too, because I was already, every time I put an offer in, I was outbid, or we went to go look at the house and then I like it, and then he goes back and looks at his books and realized somebody already has a contract in. A contract pending is what I hit a lot of as well. So I had to put that down. So when I bought this house, I'm like, look, I need it now because my time now is narrowed down. I went from 2-month window to, I had to extend my lease 1 more month in my apartment because of this. So I was stressing big time. So that was the case. And I live in Austin. Looked at Austin. Austin prices are outrageous. Like, I saw a house for $250,000 and the square footage was just like maybe a little over 1,000 feet. It's like, or 1,000 square feet. It's like, who the hell? It's like, no. It's like, but Austin's bad. It's bad like that. Once in a while you'll get a good one. But when I found a good one, I was running into foundation issues, and foundation issues were a lot. That's what I ran into, a lot of foundation issues. And, and I think I got desperate to a point. And this is what I loved about my realtor too, is I saw this house. Great location. It was in Round Rock, and it was right by Dell Diamond. And those of you that know Austin and Round Rock, the surrounding cities, Dell Diamond is the baseball field. And baseball field, I love it because they have fireworks. A lot of people that live there, they're like, oh, we see fireworks every Friday. It's stupid. Ugh. So, but I don't know. I wanted to be there. Anyway, so I was like, it's near Dell Diamond. And this is perfect. I could get used to this. Saw the house. Went inside. Opened the door. The inside is like, they painted it like this ugly orange color. It's like, ugh. It was very open. And I think this bedroom or this house, it was weird how it was. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 bedrooms. But so you had the 3, so you open the house or open the door, go inside, living room, kitchen, and off to this side you have the 3 bedrooms and the bathroom. Off to this side you have 1 other bedroom and then the master bedroom. The master bedroom had like another bedroom next to it, which was weird. I was like, that's weird. It's like you have a master bedroom in the little, like you could make another living room out of it, but the person there had another bedroom. So whoever lived in that house would have to go through the master bedroom to get to their house, or they'd have to walk all the way around the house to the backyard to go inside the porch. So it was weird. But I was like, I think I can fix this up. I think I can work with this. They didn't have a washer or dryer, which houses usually don't come with that. They didn't have a fridge, and they didn't have a stove. So those are things I would have to buy straight up. And my realtor was like, okay, just FYI, this doesn't come with the house. It's like, all right, whatever. I'll live with that. And then we went outside, and you saw the wood in the house. I'm like, there's either termites or this whole shit's about to fall down, because it looked like it was teetering, and the roof didn't look fixed. But I was in a desperate situation, so I was like, I'll take it. I think, yeah, put an offer in. And just the look on my realtor's face, like, okay. And I said, all right, you tell me, do I take it? It's like, if I was your child, if I was your daughter, would you let me buy this home? And most realtors would be like, they're just in it for the money. they'll be like, oh yeah, you could fix it up, you could do this, you could do that, it would be great fixer-upper home for you. Granted, I don't have the money for that. You know, looking at me, or not you looking at me and saying, you're broke as fuck. But no, but you know, just knowing that I wouldn't have money for that. I'm a single mother of 2. Why would I want that? Or, you know, so he's like, let me tell you this. When I give you the keys to your home, I want to know in my heart that you're moving into a great home. I don't want to give you the keys to put a burden on you, because this is your new home. It's your first home, and I don't think you're going to have a great experience. And that was like, okay, let's go. I'm out. It's like, as much as the price is perfect, and there's a reason why that price is perfect, right? Yeah, but I was like, I'm going to go with you. So let's walk away. And he's like, okay, I would feel better if you did not buy this home. So I was like, it was great to hear his opinion on that, because like I said, most realtors probably wouldn't have done that. And I've just been like, yeah, take it. It's good. Let's put the offer in right now. So, but for this home, he was like, what do you think about Hutto? Hutto is probably like another 30 minutes from Austin, where I lived. And I was just like, oh, Hutto? I don't know. Let's go look at the homes. So we went. I loved Hutto. It was great. I was like, wow, why didn't I ever think of Hutto before? This is perfect. So put offers in, outbid, 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 contract pending, outbid. I'm like, I can't even buy a freaking house in Hutto. It's outrageous, the homes that go so fast here. And I think also I was buying during it's a seller's market for sure. And I think the beginning of the year is the time that people are snatching up houses. So my timing was pretty bad. I think so, because right now I look on the MLS report or look at the app and stuff that my realtor gave me, and I'm like, gosh, this house has been on the market for a while. Why? And it's just because that's when, I guess at the beginning of the year, that's when people put houses up. So little tidbit hint for you guys. And I believe the slow months, and I want to say this because I'm in the home construction. I want to say that the slow months would be around Christmas, back to school time. I think those are the slow months. So if you want to buy a house, that's probably when you want to, because houses don't go as fast. And anyway, don't you drop that down. My cat's gonna drop my shit. Scoot back. So anyway, went to Hutto, did that, and then couldn't find anything. I was like, I guess I'm just gonna have to give up, because there's nothing here for me. It's not time. So then he's like, well, what do you think about Georgetown? I'm like, oh my God, how much further are we gonna get? It's like, I want to be in Austin. I don't want to be the outskirts of Austin. I want my address to say Austin, Texas. Like when I first moved here, I was like, I want it to say Austin, Texas. Like I swear to you, I was in Austin, like the edge of Austin, one more jump over and I would have been in Buda, because I was down south. But I was like, gosh, Georgetown. I'm like, let's go, because I've got literally a week and a half. If I don't find anything in a week and a half, I'm cutting it off, because I can't extend my rent in my apartment another month. I have to re-sign a lease. Otherwise, it's going to be chaotic. I don't know what's going on in there. Cats! They don't listen to me. Anyway, so went to Georgetown. He's like, this might be good for you. This house has been on the market for a month. It's not moving. I said, all right, well, let's go. So I looked. I was like, this isn't bad. And I loved it because because there's a koi pond. There's a cute koi pond in the front yard. And I'm like, look at the fish. That's so awesome. And it had the water fountain going and all that. Of course, just to make your house look better, right? So that's when I was like, okay, I'll get it. But like I said, I need them to accept this offer this time because my time is short. That's it. I can't keep doing this. And he's like, I understand. I understand. So I went back to work because this was during a lunch break. I went back to work, and I think the next day he called and was like, they accepted. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, are you serious? This is it. This is, I can move in. Like, this house is mine. Then somebody's not going to come and mull me over. This is it. And he's like, yep, they accepted. I'm like, oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. So it turns out that the house wasn't on the market for a month. It was on the market and it sold. So from hearing the story, there was a young guy, probably in his 20s. He lived with his parents, decided to buy a home. So he saw the house, liked it, and they were going through all the process paperwork. When it came time for him to sign on the dotted line, he got scared and backed off. In the meantime, that was like the whole month process. So technically, I guess the house was still on the market, but not many could see it, only a few. That's why my realtor was able to see it, I guess because he was a realtor. But anyway, so the sellers of the home was actually moving to Gerald, further north, and they were building a home. They needed this house to close for the funds to get that house. So they're on a time crunch too. And I guess it just worked out perfectly because with me and the loans they were giving me, they were telling me it was a 45-day loan. I was like, okay. I'm like, great. So even if I sign, I still have 45 days. They're like, yes, but we can probably kick it up maybe 30, 31, 32. I'm like, okay. So that's a month. It's like, okay, I can be out of my apartment then. But because the seller was on a time crunch, I was on a time crunch, they actually did my loan. The whole process took about 15 days. 15 days. I don't know if that's a record, but when I hear my 45 days for the loan went down to 15, I was like, there is no way. So needless to say, everything closed. Everything was perfect. And I have my koi fish. I have my home, and I love it. I mean, there's things, it's not a fixer-upper home. It's an older home, so there are things that I'm like, I could change this, I could change that, I could change that. But overall, I'm happy with my home. I'm happy. I love the fact that I don't have an HOA. I hate HOAs. So the taxes here aren't that bad. If I would have moved to Austin or stayed in Austin, the taxes are outrageous. So coming here and where I'm at, taxes are perfectly fine. So you got to think of that. You got to factor in all your taxes, HOA. There's something else he was telling me because I was like, look, I know I'm a